Okay, sir. Yeah. All right, since it's 7 o'clock, I'm gonna call this town board meeting to order. The fire exits are outside of that door at each end of the hall. There's a defibrillator across the hall if one is needed. We will start with the pledge of allegiance to the flag and a moment of silence for all deceased residents that can. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. We will continue with an invocation from Chris Fisher from St. Elizabeth and Seton or Seton? Seton Church. Thank you.
Just say C's and we'll be all set.
C's? Okay.
Save on the words.
Okay. All right, if you can lead us.
Dear wise and loving Father, first let me say thank you on behalf of all who are gathered here today. Thank you for your many and abundant blessings. Thank you for life itself, for the measure of health we need to fulfill our calling for justice and friendship. Thank you for the ability to be involved in useful work and for the honor of bearing appropriate responsibilities. Thank you as well for the freedom to embrace you or the freedom to reject you. Thank you for loving us even so from your boundless and gracious nature. In the scriptures, you have said that citizens ought to obey the government authorities, since you have established those very authorities to promote peace and order and justice. Therefore, I pray for those assembled council members here today, and I am asking that you graciously grant them the wisdom to govern amid the conflicting interests and issues of our time, a sense of the welfare and true needs of our people, a keen thirst for justice and righteousness, confidence in what is good and fitting, the ability to work together in harmony even when there is honest disagreement, personal peace in their lives and joy in their tasks. I pray for the agenda set before them today. Please give an assurance of what would please you and what would benefit those who live and work in and around our beloved town of Hamlin. It is in your blessed name I pray, amen.
Amen. Thank you. Clerk, please call the roll.
Burbine,
Here.
Wright,
Here.
Folkos, Yeager,
Here.
Bott.
Here. We will do our public forum now. If you have something that you want to say to the town, please address the board as a whole. Try to keep it 3 to 5 minutes. We may or may not answer you. I do have something from an Adam Knowles, from 4117 Crescent Street, Long Island City.
That's correct.
All right. Sir, you have the floor.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. You might remember me. I attended the moratorium for solar home back in October.
Yes.
I'm coming in front of you once again, more or less to advocate for my project over on Roosevelt Highway, Robinson, because my goal really is to try and get this project permitted and constructed next year. I understand that the existing moratorium term expires in September of 2026, and I'm in front of you again, trying to understand a bit more about where you sit in the preparation of the new solar law after referencing the new agricultural protection plan. If there's anything you can share with me at this time understand I had a little bit of time, and I understand the moratorium prevents the issuance of permits for my project. I do have a site plan. I'm not too sure if anybody on the board has seen what our array looks like. I was wondering if I had an opportunity to share that as well. Lastly, I also have Austin Coots from the New York State Laborers Fund also here with me. More or less, he came off short notice, sort of as a symbol of some of the people that can make it work on this project. Hopefully next year we can find some common ground. So I'll leave my statement there. If I could share my site plan with the board, I'd really appreciate it. And I'd also like to give you an opportunity just to come up and introduce yourself.
Yeah, of course. My name is Austin Coots. I'm a regional organizer and secretary treasurer of Laborers Local 435, based right in Rochester, New York. And I'm here on behalf of my membership to advocate for the local workforce that we would hopefully like to work on this project. As you know, there's a lot of solar work and a lot of solar farms going up around Monroe County and surrounding counties, and a lot of that has been done by an outside workforce, many from out of state. If you reference Cider Solar out in Genesee County and Elba and towns of Berry, a lot of that is done by outside workers. So I'm here on behalf of my membership and alongside Adam here to advocate that it would be done by a local workforce, the same men and women who live in Hamlin and also surrounding communities. But on behalf of local workforce, we're here to ensure that this is built by local people and local dollars stay within the local community.
Well, we do like local help, or we take seeing outside vendors coming in and taking New York State money, whatever. So we appreciate that you said that. We did vote to not extend, or to not shorten the moratorium, thank you, on the thing, but I mean, you are funny enough, I don't believe I've seen your site plan proposal for that. So yeah, you're welcome to show us that, 'cause
That would be.
I don't believe I've ever seen it.
Yeah, I might have emailed it to you quite a while ago, but I didn't circulate it to the board. I've got 3 copies here. I didn't come with a full submission set.
That's
so I
them,
wasn't
yeah.
To submit.
You can always send it to me if I need one.
Yeah, of course, if anybody else would like to see. So really what's great about this site is, reading your agriculture protection plan, some of the things you're looking to prevent as you allow solar into your town, your community, is to avoid it interfering with large contiguous, farmland operations. Hamlin's got, I think, over 12,000 acres, nearly 12,000 acres of agricultural land. And it's really easy to put a solar array right smack in the middle of a lot of your contiguous acreage in town. That would be seen by a lot of folks, and it would interrupt a lot of different agricultural operations. What's great about our site is that it is isolated. It's perfectly sized for the array that we're proposing, and it's got a lot of screening on 360 degrees on each side. That will protect shield it from you from a lot of the neighbors. Which I think gives a lot of strength. We're also around the corner from the town hall, fire hall too. I really do think out of a lot of the acreage that Hamlin has is what solar, this could be a good one we could sneak in and really forget about it.
I admit that does fit into there a lot better than, we know we have one over on Walker Lake and smack dab in the middle of the field, you can't farm anything around it.
Yeah.
So I understand perfectly what you're saying, and that does fit in there a lot better.
Yeah.
We are having a meeting this Thursday, we're starting to have meetings, our first one's gonna be Thursday night, where we will be talking about solar rates and the moratorium and writing up the new regulations, since
Oh.
we have that.
You got a meeting on Thursday?
Yes.
Oh, should keep that. That's really encouraging to hear. I'll also.
That's pretty preliminary.
Yeah, it's a preliminary zoning board, but we're starting to work on this and get laws in effect, because we want to get this done.
Okay, that's really encouraging.
So we are, we're not throwing it to the side or anything, we're gonna start Thursday, and we're gonna start working on
Okay.
it.
All right,
Just to
well,
let you know, I just wanted to let you know.
yeah, that's really welcome.
And Mr. Robinson there, I see him.
So you had acceptance from National Grid, where the power's gonna go?
Yes. So in fact, not only have we got our interconnection study back from National Grid on October 1st of 2020, back in April of 2025, we actually paid a 25% deposit to the National Grid, which was about $320,000. And since then, we have our 75% deposit that's been on what is called moratorium hold with the utility. So our second payment was suspended until we come out of the moratorium. So we made a pretty sizable investment to the utility, but we're sort of on pause with them.
So that goes to the substation here on.
Yeah, West Hamlin Station. I'll also say your substation's been selected for a couple of interesting utility initiatives as well. It's been selected as a flexible interconnection station as well as eligible for what's called the N-1 program. To put it simply, they're essentially trying to allow even more generation capacity on your substation than what they were previously. So if I were you, I would expect, you know, I don't have anything done on this project, but you should expect probably in the new year, some other folks looking to try to connect to the station.
You know what the soil quality is for this property?
That's a better question for you.
The soil quality, what's the grade?
I'm sorry, I'm a little hard to hear.
The soil quality on the land.
And I'm just curious.
Soil quality?
We are bringing that up though, we just talked with our assessor to get a soil quality map
Yeah.
for each parcel, that's something we're bringing up Thursday to talk, to answer the
Right.
question. Though, this week, we have talked to our assessor to get the soil quality map to see for all the farms in town, plus this one, what is New York State Hammett labeled as a soil quality, whether it's,
Right.
was it 1 through 4 or 12 or whatever it is.
Like more detailed than what the USGS says your soil quality is?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so we are, that's gonna be brought up Thursday night, and that's what we're trying to, we get information right now, we're gonna be talking about that Thursday.
Okay.
To see maybe what, you know, what kind of soil do we wanna save in town. There's certain soils you don't care. It's a 10 or whatever, red clay, you can't grow anything on it anyways, who cares? Put a solar farm there.
Right. I wouldn't want to speak for your land. I'd say it's decent soil quality. Yeah. Most land in Hamlin, a good chunk of it's very high quality
So
soil.
the sandy loam or whatever.
I'd say you're.
Yeah, I think I was told it was sandy loam.
Which is probably in between that area 1 to 4, I would think.
Yeah.
Cause a
yeah, I
lot,
think
you're
it is.
right, a lot of the,
Yeah, I think you're correct. Yeah, it'd be a sandy loam. I think it'd be a nice plus soil, not to grade your
Well,
soil.
before we talk, we are gonna look, and we are getting that map and everything to see what some things are.
All right. Well, I appreciate the information. I'll end my spiel. Thank you.
I have a quick question. Is this a wetland? What are you designating it?
That is a wetland. So we did a wetland delineation. And we have wetland, it's a state wetland here, a state wetland here. And we expect it to continue over in this area to the north. But this would be extended parcel that we delineated. That would be a finger of a wetland. It likely connects with the system over here and it's a parcel.
Are you gonna go right over top of it?
So according to, the DEC released new wetland permitting guidelines for solar project developers just in 2025. Under the new solar guidelines, we can impact just up to 1 acre of state regulated wetlands on property before we need to apply for a full permit. That figure is about 0.7 acres. So we're just looking to go over top of that and then not touch really anything else in the area. Other than that, we're set. We're outside of the 100.
How many acres is the project?
I'd say it'd be about 22 acres. You know, with that design, I think it's exact. There's exact acreage spelled out on there. I think it's about 22 acres, all in with the system fence and the utility poles included.
How many acres is the lot that he wants to put in on?
It's the total acreage you
82 and a half.
82. Yeah, but a lot of it is taken up by the wetland and forest system.
Yeah, a lot of wood.
Yeah.
Wetland and wood.
Yeah, so we can't touch any of that really at all.
So is any of it gonna remain farmland?
Maybe about 5 to 10 acres. We're gonna have a little bit left over closer to the road.
There should be between 35 and 40 acres that's tillable, so they take 22, there should be 10 to 15 acres.
Yeah, actually, have you seen the site plan? Maybe
No,
get
not
one
yet.
of
I'm
those.
gonna wait till later.
Thank you.
Who farms you right now?
I'm sorry,
Who farms you right now?
Rodney Manx and I've already discussed it with them, and anything that's not that's farmable, they will farm.
What we will have to do is we'll have to pull it out of the ag district, because you need a minimum of 20 contiguous acres to stay in the ag district. So we'll have to pay back taxes, and then pay full taxes on that property on top of what we already agreed to.
Right, I can tell by your math that you're gonna have to.
Oh, yeah,
You don't have that much left over.
oh, yeah. Yeah,
Not
any other,
farmable acres.
yeah, any other landowner in Hamlin, they're gonna have a lot left over to put back in their district, not
Right.
this site. Which is sort of what we're angling for as well. You know, it's perfectly sized for the project that we're looking for. We're hoping that we can just tuck it away there and use the natural screening to hide it effectively.
All right. Do you have anything while we're here, Mr. Robinson, or no? Okay.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, is there anybody else in the audience who'd like to speak to us? Seeing if there isn't, we'll close the public forum then. Requesting town board resolution to approve the regular town board meeting minutes of December 22nd, 2025.
Second.
Robert,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Bogo, Jaeger.
Yeah.
Buzz.
Yes. Requesting town board resolution to approve the payment of bills from their respective funds.
Second.
Robert,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Bogo, Jaeger.
Yeah.
Buzz.
Yes.
Don't have them yet.
Okay, I didn't know if you sent them or whatever here, since I,
haven't seen those.
well, I got here in the afternoon, so I didn't know if she got them this afternoon. Okay. Supervisor's monthly report and items and file. Requesting town board resolution to accept the quote from Radio Max Communications Incorporated to install and set up security cameras in and around the Hammond Town Hall for the price of $2,697.70. You guys, I printed off all the quotes.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to.
I have.
You said we're all the same number of cameras and so to speak.
So to speak, this is what everybody came in and said here. I told them I wanted one by each door, entry door, even the back gym door. And our two other ones, and then two here in the hallway.
Externally, and then two internal.
Right. 3 externally and 2 internally. CE Tech came in at $11,047. Of course, that includes a $1,500 yearly maintenance contract and a $35 a month BMS per camera. I think it's to put it in the cloud. And they will run all the wiring and everything themselves. Radio Max gave you 2 quotes. Actually, the $2,697 quote, actually, they told me and said that's actually a better camera. But if you can get it cheaper. But they also do all of they run all the wire and everything. The labor is in there. They do all the labor for it. They don't sit there and tell you, well, we're just gonna install the cameras. You do all the labor, running all the wire and the outlets and everything. They also gave us that $2,700 one with just different cameras. They're still doing all the labor and everything. Like I said, they said that 2,600 was a better camera, but it was a cheaper price. Level 1 is the people that Kaylee has out back right now on the building out back. And that price is the cheapest, $1,615, say. But he doesn't do any of the running or whatever. You have to have all your boxes, you have to have the wire, the boxes, everything installed. They'll put the cameras in and that's it. Hook them up. So it's gonna cost you at least $1,000 more to have somebody come and do all the run the wire all the way down.
Basically, they're pretty much the same quote except for the labor.
Right.
That's what it is.
And then we got one more, hold on. Then we can ask questions. And then the one that we just got today from Shield Alarm is for, I think, 6 cameras, right? I haven't looked at it 5 wall mounts, 7 indoor, outdoor. All right, yeah, but 1, 2 are ceiling or whatever about 5 are like wall mounts, and 2 are gonna be up in the ceiling. You're right, 7 together. But that's $9,744.24. That doesn't include any labor to run any wiring or anything for it either, we would have to do it all. Or hire another contractor to do it.
Where would the main?
No, the main box is not gonna be locked in my office. It is going to be in the computer room there where we have all of our, where the money, mail machine is and everything.
My question, radio computing. The one quote, I'm assuming includes like a monitor, is that the recorder? And the other quote said it will work with the existing recorder?
Right.
You have one.
Yeah, we have a router and everything in there.
Well, what do you, is there a monitor that you can check the cameras? Where is that?
There will be in there, right. They all will have, put some kind of monitor in that room. All of them will do that. Somehow we can check the cameras in that room.
That's what the quote, it doesn't move. Did I see?
It be hooked right into our router, then it goes to each one of our computers. Right. He gave me this a little while ago. I'm trying to remember exactly what he said. I've been waiting for the third one, and they finally came to see that. It's been at least a couple of weeks.
The second one there says standalone system.
Standalone system. This one might hook into all of our computers. I'm trying, I know he said we did need some stuff with it.
Yeah, I was just wondering what the difference there is between those two descriptions.
I can't give you a definitive answer right now. He came out here and he talked to me about, or told me what he was gonna do with everything.
It's a big
All right, so the one's gonna have the hard drive. The other one. That's the biggest difference. From what I see.
Right.
The cameras will work, the one, the cameras will work with our system, the other one, they're putting a hard drive. Now, I can't tell you whether we actually need the hard drive or not. No, I'm not.
Well, it's either on-site storage or off-site storage is what you
Right.
pay for.
Right.
They said this one, some of these were weeks ago and I don't remember exactly what he said to me because I've been waiting for the third quote.
I guess how old is our, thing they have in there now, it's, for 200. You know, that is,
Probably long
yeah, there's good.
I don't think these have storage from Radio Max. I think that's why. It doesn't say anything about cloud storage.
My next question was, how far back can you go to monitor the
That's
system
that's a good question.
with Radio Max?
We can put this off and I can get some more answers. Give me your answers in, or give me all your questions, and I can ask the people and we'll put this off until our next meeting.
Right, because you don't know what's.
Well, Olivia, the library you said was 30 days, right?
Yes.
Usually within 30 days. I don't know if we gotta have it for months to go back on the security camera. If we go back 30 days.
Who's the library? Did you pick up someone to go with?
Yes.
Who are you guys?
We're gonna stay with Westfire because they came in at the lowest. And ours is the hard drive server as opposed to the cloud, because the cloud servers were way more expensive to be
That's a
hosted.
subscription, basically.
Yes, and so we told them, when we told them 30 days, that's something that the hard drive system could do. And the cloud, they sort of price it accordingly for how much storage you're going to wind up using based on how many days you want to go back.
your hard drive, you had to get a new one, right?
Yes, but it was 12 years old.
Yeah.
So if we just do that now, it'll connect to our existing cameras, which are
They're
fine.
putting in the hard drive too then?
That's what they'll do. They'll put in the hard drive and connect it to our existing cameras.
When are they gonna,
I have a call with them Wednesday
okay.
to get that set up.
How many cameras are you doing out there?
We have 17
17?
in and out, inside and out, like 8 inside and I think 9 outside.
Didn't you tell me you needed to buy new license agreements for each camera?
So they gave us the option. There was one kind of hard drive we did have to buy a new license for each camera. They gave me the option of not, like a different kind of server where we didn't have to. So Shields, our quote from Shield was 11 and change, and they couldn't work with our cameras. So just like yours, it's a very wide difference in cost.
How much was what?
$27.50 to come in and install and configure and
$2,000?
the new server.
$1,000.
Yeah. I had an $8,000 and change quote as well in there, but they tried to tell me that I needed all new equipment, not cameras, but all new, like server, not like a server rack and a new switch and everything, but we didn't. They just were trying to upsell.
Yeah.
So
And
Okay.
Kaylee, what's she doing?
I don't know.
So, yeah, we're having a meeting tomorrow, so I gotta put my notes to bring up tomorrow. Because I'm not sure if she's got this separate thing for out there. I know they came, but I don't know what that was.
Yeah, I would suggest we get the table and just get some more information. So
Yeah,
how
that's what I
long-
was gonna say, we'll just table this, then do like next week. I don't get a resolution, I just table it, the next meeting. Okay. All right, number 10, requesting town board resolution to make the following budget amendments. This is for last year. Trying to finish up last year, increased revenue account 2770.12, miscellaneous refunds, grant reimbursements, increased expense account A5182.40, street lighting $1,670.87.
Second?
Robert,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Buckle,
Who wants some?
Jaeger,
Yeah.
Buzz.
Yes. Number 11 is all transfers, that's why I didn't, this is just a budget move. So request town board resolution for the following budget transfers. And this is also for last year, trying to close things out. 85132.7 highway garage, water to 85132.80 highway garage phone, $155. From account A9050.8 unemployment to account A9030.80 social security. Again, that was just, one was under, one was over, so we're just transferring. From account DA 9055.80 disability insurance to account DA 9060.80 medical and dental, $439.52. And from the library, L7410.1 library director to L7410.11 library staff, $109.98. And L9030.80 social security to L9030.81 Medicare, $1.59. And I have one more that I'll give you, Penny Joe, for the record. I just got it this late this afternoon, like 5:30. Request town,
You know this one?
let me see if there's, I think this is just a budget transfer too. Making the following budget amendments. Yeah, this is just a budget transfer also, so we're gonna add this one to it. And from A7110.20 Parks Equipment into the Park Equipment Reserve Fund for $11,000.
Second.
Burbach,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Volkel, Jaeger.
Yeah.
Buzz.
Yes. This is just clearing up overdue accounts from last year to give them a balance for at the end of the year. You have a question?
Just with the parks equipment.
That was, we actually voted on that during the budget hearings. That was where the ARPA funds paid for a mower last year.
Oh,
We put it in our budget and the ARPA funds paid for it, so we had to do something with that budget, so we put it into the reserve account. It's, we did that last year, but we haven't moved that 11,000 into the reserve account, so we had to close things out for the year, so we just did it. That's it? Okay, no, it's fine. Reports then, well, are there any more resolutions? I'm sorry. On this, yeah, we voted on all that.
Too much going on.
Yes.
No more
I have one, Steve. For the appointments of the Ag Advisory Committee, if you want to do those tonight,
You can do it tonight, that's fine, yeah,
especially since we're going to be talking about solar here in the next.
that's fine. I just didn't know who the people were.
No, I can read them out.
Yeah,
I'd like to make a resolution to appoint, Chris Martin, Steve Cardica, Joe Brady, and Ed Bruslovsky to the Ag Advisory Committee. Appointed committee members.
Are there terms for these people? Is it for years?
Yeah, we didn't define it in
I
the
don't think we
definition.
defined it in the definition. Yeah,
It was just
And we can do up
three
to
to five
five
in the
members,
description from the organization.
Do we need to have terms on?
No, not for that, advisory.
49 years, yeah.
So moved. Need a second?
Burbach,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Volkel, Jaeger.
Yes.
Buzz.
yes. Any other resolutions? Okay, let's go into reports then. Councilperson Yeager.
Okay, so for the dog shelter for December, they had, Hamlin had 8 calls for service. Phone calls were 15, 2 dogs in December were at the shelter, 3 dogs were adopted. 3 dogs were deemed to owner for vet appointments. Number of total dogs at the shelter in the month was 6. They did 4 calls to Clarkson and 4 to Sweden. That was not the zoning meeting. I went to the seniors meeting this Saturday, and they actually picked their trips for the next year. Those trips. I don't think she's been on 4 years.
Yeah, I don't think they finalized it.
Okay. Well, that's about it. I know she didn't put them on. That's all I have.
They had 148 people going to Christmas. That was at the White Hall. It was nice, it was kind of different. It's the same guy that was bartending did the most week. The place is so big and the ceilings are so high, it's really hard to hear anything, you get echoes and stuff.
I think, and the silver is not cut.
Yeah, so the silverware looked real, but it was far from real.
Yeah, it was like a plastic.
Plastic silver.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was plastic, so
So you went to cut and it just broke in half.
I think next year they're gonna have hands.
What was the problem with prime rib or the
That's what they
silverware?
It could have been a prime rib, because they
Yeah.
said it was, yeah, but they
Yeah.
didn't like the cutting version.
They didn't have a chainsaw for it.
Right, that's it.
Okay. Thank you. Councilperson Volkel.
Okay, so I got an email from the chamber that we're having a meeting, and I realized I'm no longer the liaison, so we took that off of our liaison duties for 2026. But there is a meeting coming on the 21st. I'm gonna go to it anyway. I think it's like a recap from the Apple Fest and just. I think we need to discuss how much funds there are, how they're gonna be transferred and stuff like that. So I'm glad there's some concern about that stuff, but, my guess is it's probably gonna wrap up. What's next week? So there's a lot going on there. The triangle track meeting was out there. I just talked to Dave about it. I guess it went really well. He served their refreshments and then he said, and then hung out and talked and chatted for a while. So that was nice. The Christmas event was well attended. It was fun. There was Santa and Claus, crafts for the kids. I think overall it went well. Probably about the same amount of foot traffic through there as last year, I would say. Last week there was a presentation by the SUNY Rockport history major student. Her name's Jessica Resides. She did her internship there. What she did was transcribe 40-something letters. They started in the early 1800s from one family. Very cool presentation. She kind of just, after transcribing the letters so much, she kind of got to know the family and went through like their family tree a little bit and kind of felt like she kind of grew up with the kids after reading so many letters and transcribing them. So that was great. It was a great presentation. So the renovations, I guess everyone's kind of on edge over there about starting these renovations. I think we kind of feel a little bit like we need to know a little more information on where exactly are they working, because there is so much stuff in there, we don't even think it's all fit in one pod. So we want to see if we can move it to like different.
Getting a 40-foot pod?
And there's a lot of really heavy display cases, I mean, that take up a lot of room.
It'll fit in a 40-foot pod. Mike looked at it too. It'll fit in a 40-foot pod, won't it?
There is a lot of stuff, but yes, the big stuff is gonna be big storage container. When I looked at it, my thought was, a lot of the things could be boxed and go into the kitchen area, keep them inside where the climate's regulated. But yes, we need a large container.
So on the quote, it said he's working in the kitchen, so
No,
he's putting doors all around the furnace area in the kitchen. That's what it
no,
says.
it's not. The furnace area in your, the living room area, you're gonna call it, the
The
school.
main room,
Yes.
I swear it says kitchen on that quote.
No,
I was
it's
like,
a-
well, I thought we were moving everything into the kitchen, how's he gonna work in
It's a
there?
furnace area there in the main room.
Is he going into those two front little rooms?
No,
So not, what about the ceiling in that roof that where the work, in that front little room where all those supervisors?
I don't know, we'll throw a couple of screws up there and that, no, that wasn't in the phone, it's just the main room.
We could put some stuff in the roof. That's
Yes.
the worst water damage is in that front little. You know what I mean?
I know what you
You
mean,
know what I mean?
yeah, yeah.
I mean, I think that ceiling is worse than the main room. I think that.
Oh, except for the one corner. That's where I had to go over there when they're setting off the alarms and there's water running down into the building. So I had to put trash cans, I don't know if you were over there too when that was happening.
Yeah, we were doing the same thing.
Yeah, when it rained inside the building, setting the fire alarms and the police showed up and everybody and, cause it was a burglar alarm. So you're right, that room in that one corner, the ceilings are about the same.
I don't know if it's gonna be their work. Is that front? So where are we ordering supplies, like boxes, I've never had to do this before, so I just need some guidance as to who.
I think we
who
can
to
probably,
contact.
I can probably get you 100 like those banana boxes, we're gonna call them. That you can put a lot of that stuff in, small stuff. Books and all that stuff to go find. Some clothing or whatever. We'll get that.
We need a lot of packing materials, and there's a lot of stuff
nothing's, we're gonna try not to take anything small out in the pod, anything breakable. The only thing we are trying to take out to the pods is the big stuff. Big display cases and tables and things like that. Oh,
Those display cases are full of stuff,
I know.
little stuff. I just think it's gonna be so many boxes, they're just not. I think we have to move some of it out. I don't, there's a lot of.
We might have to, I'm not sure. I know a lot of it can stay in there. Especially probably breakable stuff. There's some stuff that isn't breakable that maybe go up in the pod.
So we can move stuff into that first room when you first walk in, not doing anything in there, like the clothing, sewing machine.
You can't put a lot in there.
I mean, but we could put.
You gotta be able
some-
to walk through
some
there.
stuff in there.
You can
for
start
sure.
filling up those two back rooms. Yeah, especially the one bathroom where the mail is.
Yeah.
Some of this stuff, when I was in there last week, there's tables and everything all over the place. You gotta get the tables, tablecloths, candy, everything else is out. Cause I had to go there for a fire inspection.
I mean, we have to get everything out, so, right?
Right, but there's like some tables and everything there, I mean. We can go over, or I can go over with Dave and you, or instead of Dave, we'll just think, all right, this is what's gotta
Yeah,
go.
I think we just need to know like where it's safe to move things. I mean, we're starting to pack up and move things, we just, in 10 times, we just need like to know exactly what's happening there, so we know where we can put stuff, where we can't.
And I can get, if you're ready, if you need to,
And I will put something for the whole thing. I'm gonna take a little,
for a month or two, and if you need supplies picked up,
maybe come in and
the concern that Steve and Phil and I had looking at this is
somebody would pack up what's in there. that knows
what it is and how to take care of it. You know, the heavy lifting is not a problem, but
I'm not taking sure that this is what the, maybe the toilet paper is and you
to know why they're damaged. So we'll help with whatever you need, just give me a time frame and what you need. And we'll take care of it.
So we're starting to pack everything up.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have to leave the building right now,
Right.
so if you want materials and Steve can get boxes and I will get some bubble wrap, then at least we can start moving forward.
And put the place on the computer.
That's what I need to know too.
Contractor.
Like, I think that's like the other huge piece that we just need to stand together.
I can get a date for him, when he can do it. Obviously, like I said, it's tough right now with snow. But if we can get, if it doesn't matter, if you can get the stuff out of there a month ahead of time and leave it in the box, I guess it's all right too. You know, as long as we don't do it the day before game.
Right, we just need a window to know what you gotta work with.
Well, I meant with the heavy lifting stuff.
Right.
They may need a week or two to be able to get it.
Yes, good.
Yeah, if we can get them to connect to a date, I think that would be damn.
Right.
And we picked paint colors, I don't know, is that Sherwood Mountain paint, both, we picked 2 colors, one for them and one for all. Library, maybe getting some stuff over in the display case over there, so we don't necessarily have some stuff up and we can do any giant items. Huge. That would just be helpful to move somewhere like to the library, so package it up in boxes. I sent you guys an email from Austin Winders. Dave and I had a Zoom meeting with him. He's at, he does documentaries. It was actually a really cool meeting. Seems like a pretty cool idea. It really would capture our history. He would come here, he would film for maybe like a week or two, and we really kind of decide what we want filmed said some towns use it as like a marketing for tourism, but I don't know that that would necessarily be our purpose, but it might just be kind of cool to have a documentary of him. Captured, he does, it's $1,000 per minute of, video that after he edits and cuts out. So 10-minute documentary, $10,000. 20 minutes, it's $20,000. And what he's done is, or what other towns have done that he's worked with, they go and get grants from their state marketing and tourism. Does provide grants for that. Other towns have successful in doing that and combining with some fundraising. So he said he likes to do it around making events, so I suggested Farm Fest would be a good time for him to come on. I didn't think it would really be plausible in 2026, but just food for thought. Any
Not now, definitely in the
right.
summer when you walk around.
Right, so that's what his fee is, and he also, part of his thing is accommodations. So if an Airbnb, in the past he's done it like an Airbnb has donated a week or two to him and like his wife and his baby, they all come to him. And I don't know if you mentioned. Correct. Also part of it. Last thing for the History Center is, we had a committee meeting and someone that, Evan Thiem actually, was really interested in the town collaborating with New State Park to maybe do something down at the CCCPOW camp with that building that Ed used to have access to, and park management changed, the cobblestone building is right next to, we used to have access to there and had a bunch of documents there, and then park management changed and we got to out of there. And now it just really sits empty, so the park manager came to the historical marker dedication, was pretty easy to work with. Ed was just wondering if maybe start a conversation with the new park manager to see if we could maybe push forward with trying to hit that, eventually turn it into some type of along State Park, I guess we would just kind of maybe
Did you say Ed had a conversation with them, or are they even?
No, I don't know that Ed did or not yet, but I think he really is, hoping to maybe have the town involved.
You're talking about Kurt Ross. I'll take a look for a couple months to see.
Really?
That's his plan. Him and his wife bought a house in Alaska.
I just talked to him yesterday.
So that I believe is the beginning of February was his tentative date, so we want to wait and see who comes in.
Well, that sucks.
Yeah. It does.
He was a good one to grab for Hamlin, so.
Yeah, he was.
Anything else?
The Brockport Team Contact, they are the ones who spearheaded the historic marker down there for CCCPOW camp. They have 2 more projects they're interested in doing. One is a historic marker here, outside the town hall. It will be free of charge. I know we did put money into it. That's fully funded, and also a display case. They're moving without walls, so they really don't have any there. They showcase their stuff, so they have like a traveling showcase of different municipalities, town buildings, and all other here. So you need to know their space.
To be honest, I don't think we got these
Yeah,
things in
I know.
here.
I was trying to
We're
think
pretty
of
packed
it
as it
too.
is.
I mean,
I don't see any room to put a display case in here.
something in here.
I would probably turn them down, to be honest with you. I just don't see where there's any room. I don't want to start putting a display case in here and then all of a sudden you got a big meeting or something that's in the way and everything too, we're kind of short for spacing in too.
I don't know.
what's
Size-
the rest of the board.
Size or anything, I don't know, who it would be, but the content would be, but we just, yeah. I don't know, maybe the library, I don't know, if you guys have space for something like that, but.
I need to know more about what the size is, but we can talk about
Once
it.
you get it, if you get it figured out, like how big it is before. This is pretty tight out here.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, he doesn't know.
Let's see, I have an ambulance report. It's just crazy busy. We had 122 calls in December, which is a 32% increase over last year. We had a total for the year of 1,333 calls, which was 22.8% increase over last year. It's the highest total they've got since keeping records in 2019. I still had a 94% coverage. Monroe had called for help 236 times for the year. Most of it coming from Rockport, Sweden, and Parks. Parma Fire District, me and Phil will be going tomorrow, but the December meeting wasn't much. They just had talked about 50 calls that they had for December, or I mean for November. They still haven't made a decision on the ambulance. The bell ring, just so everybody knows, it had $10,000 this year. It's the highest total they've had in a very long time, he told me today.
And they even cut back a couple of days.
Yeah.
Where we didn't even have bell ring.
Yeah. And just Steve Polly's group will be here on January 20th at the library, 10 to noon. And we're gonna start discussion about the 250 year in America. And that's all I got.
Councilperson Harold.
In the Warren Walker Fire District, I didn't attend the December meeting, I still went to the zoning board. Zoning board meeting after 49 years. But their news is BJ Meyer was elected chief, congratulations BJ, and Tom Sirkey was elected to a 5-year term as commissioner. Unless you have anything to add from that, BJ, that's what I got for Warren Walker Fire.
This fire calls were up this year. Nothing too out of the ordinary, we just a couple working fires that we had, and that was about it. I'll bring up, just a couple, they called the fire marshal. They called me on a couple, so that's all I got right now.
And planning board, there was nothing, there was no agenda items. I did not go to that meeting. Dave Martin will continue as vice chair. Library, meeting, the county is making available 15 MiFi units available to Hammond residents, which is basically giving mobile access to internet. We're changing the phone system over to a Genesis Communication. Hopefully that takes care of those expensive phone bills we had talked about earlier. They're going to continue with Westfire for the security. And they approved emergency closing policy. And unless you have anything to add on that, Olivia, I'll let you.
Just a couple things.
Sure.
The MiFis, we haven't announced formally to the public yet. I'm still waiting for a date on when we're getting them, but they're part of a Monroe County Library System grant. So we'll have people using the library.
Thank you. The only other thing I got is, I am working with Patty, Joe, and Cheryl on updating. Get that squared away way for looking into that. That's all I have.
Thank you. Cheryl, our building inspector.
Okay, this report is from December 1st last year, so today, because I went on vacation, so I make sure I cover everything for everybody. In the past, from 12/1 till now, 14 permits were issued. We received $1,900 in fees, a little bit over, and it has a permit value of a little over $671,000, always great. C of O's and C is issued, there were 6, and I've only had 52 phone calls in the office, different colleagues in the time. Sent out 8 violation notices for various code violations and complaints. I am again going to participate in the MRB boot camp classes for 2026. It's once a month for 1 hour with great topics. All the support board members were sent the information, and it's an easy way to get 4 hours of training for the year of 2026 completed. We really need wait till the last minute to get a training done. I also signed up for the yearly FRBOA Finger Lakes Building Officials Association classes we held March 9th, 10th, and 11th, 2026. This completes the required 24 hours of required training for 2026. Completion board is having a tree seedling giveaway on Saturday, April 25th, 2026, from 9 to 11 a.m. or until dawn. This will be held in the town hall parking lot. They have placed an order for 500 trees. They usually place an order for 600 trees. But the past few years, they've had a lot left over, and the
We had a
turnout
hard
isn't.
time last year.
Yeah, the turnout isn't that good. They end up giving people 10 or 20 trees. The species this year are white pine, white spruce, Norway spruce, Colorado spruce, and they did want a balsam that wasn't available, so they are picking a different tree to take the balsam spruce. And
Mike, our highway superintendent.
Wintertime, people have to do snow and ice operations. Right now, while the weather's been a little bit better, we're replacing 2 dead-end barricades at the lake fronts, one at the end of Westfall Road, where it meets the lake, and one at the end of Martin Road, where it meets the lake. We have trees, weeks after weeks, from all of our leaf stones. And we're going to be starting on helping the rec department with some organization and environments. We'll be doing that this week. That's all.
Tesser.
So, my postcard, my senior attention postcard should go out by the end of next week. Some people probably see it in about 2 weeks. Regards to the seniors and the disability and the veteran exemption. Last year we had a ton of response on them, so we'll probably get a good response again. The state just recently sent out a letter. It was a random letter, went to mostly my seniors, requesting them to verify their income. Most of the people that got them were people who do not file income tax returns, although I have had a few that received the letter that do file. They have to go online and fill out this online star income worksheet. A lot of them are having difficulty because they don't know how to get online and so forth. If they come into the office with their letter, because there is a property key code on everybody's letter, if they come in, I do it for them, walk them through it. So the state has offered to go out to every county. They're scheduled to go to the Henrietta Public Library January 21st from 1:30 to 4:30 to help anybody who wants to go to the Henrietta Public Library to do this. I encourage them to come in and see me. I'll do it for them right then and there if they bring me their income and their letter. I don't know why they're doing this, but it's something new. It's probably got to do with now that they don't have to register for STAR anymore. Everything's done through the state. So this looks like it'll be an ongoing every year thing.
The only thing I got was I got an email saying verified, but that's all it really said, because it said I had zero income for 25.
Make sure you do that letter, because if you
But there's no
don't
letter or
respond,
nothing.
if you don't respond, I'm gonna get a report and it's telling me to remove your exemptions. And I
I
have.
don't even have an exemption for senior yet though, which is kind of weird.
Can you make a copy of that and bring it in, Greg?
Yeah,
Anything you get like that
It's just
from the
weird.
state,
it just showed I had zero income. I'm like, man, I didn't make any money in 25. Pretty good.
so this letter is based on 24's income.
Okay.
Yeah, people have to answer it, because they're gonna start sending us all letters and telling us to remove these people's exemptions, then we have to remove them.
Have they been accurate? I mean, I can't.
So far,
Really?
they have, yeah. So, the other thing is legislation passed a lot of laws. I'm gonna make a copy of this and send this to you guys. So most of them do pertain to all of the counties, some don't. So I don't want you to get confused which ones do and which ones don't. There's a veterans one that's circulating right now. So a lot of times it'll say a veteran could be 80% service disabled, but then they have on the letter 100% unemployable. So the law now states that if that letter says that they're 100% unemployable, we have to give them 100% disability. So that just came down from, Kathy Hope will sign that. The other thing, this is going to be, this is what I sent you guys, this is a local option. If we want to increase our senior exemptions, right now, they get 50% off if their income is around 28,000. If we want to increase it to 65% off, but we would have to change our levels, like all of our income levels, and we'd have to move them down. I spoke to the county, and the county is not going to adopt this, and none of the towns in Monroe County, other than Greece, has adopted this. So that's something we can think about doing, but we have to remember that whenever we do something like this, we have to make it up from somewhere else. So, and it could impact a ton, so.
Could you email that out?
I'm gonna email all this to you. But again, just don't get confused, because some that's for like, like in, upstate, so where we were New York State, a lot of it, New York City, New York City, Nassau, Rockland County, so make sure you look at the ones that are for here. Okay, but I'll send this out tomorrow to you guys. I also got a copy of Mr. Robinson's soil map, I'll give you each one after the meeting, and it breaks down all this land for you, okay, in his soils. That's it, that's all I got.
Okay. Anything yet from our zoning or conservation?
The only thing on zoning we had was, we did have, CHOP permit for Shore Acres, fence, waterside front. So nothing special there, just, that was it, and then we, honored, Norm for his 49 years of service, holding the chair down up there and taking the heat sometimes, so we wished him good luck, and now we're looking for the next, fresh meat, I guess, to join us. The next sucker, as they say.
Yeah. Fire marshal, do we have report?
Ended up with 70 inspections from last year. Been working in the office trying to straighten it out in there. It was been a little clutter mess. Got a lot of sprinkler and fire alarm reports coming in. Starting 2026 inspections. I'm going to be working with property maintenance again with Revive, which if you're not aware of who Revive is, they're the ones that pretty much took most of the businesses from Dollards. So I'm working with her. Like Cheryl said, Flaboa, I'll be attending that class also for the week. And with the fire department, I had to go out on a couple complaints. Lifetime Assistance being one of them. They decide they want to do a fire alarm and come back and put the fire alarm back online and silence everything and hit the fire department. They got into it with the previous fire chief, so I talked to them, and then The only last thing I got is I attended, the town attorney's, father's funeral, condolences from my office and Cheryl's office, and on the next note, congratulations, being a grandmother now. So, that's all I have. You got anything for me?
Thank you. Nope.
The only other thing is the fire departments are now gone to, incident routing with the state. We don't have to sit there and do reports. It automatically goes to the state, so if they call us out on stuff, as far as the building inspector and stuff, so it's already been reported to the state. So we should be seeing something come back on that. So, and like Bill said, I've been elected to fire chief. Jeff Thompson and Chris Clark are my deputy and assistant. Hopefully we'll have a quiet year. That's all I have. If you got anything for me?
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, CJ.
Our town clerk.
Well, Colleen is back, just in time for tax collection, which so far has been going okay, nice and smooth. I did send out an email to groups, organizations to see what everybody's plan was for the 250-year celebration, if anybody was doing anything. I know the History Center is interested, but I haven't got much feedback with anybody else yet. And just wondering on the .gov, how's that going?
It's done. It's done, it's hooked up.
Okay,
It's only our website, we don't have to have it, we don't have to have each one of our separate accounts in state.org.
okay.
It's just, it says just your website has to be in, so it is.
You think if one is done, well, everything would be done, right? It's just-
Yeah.
Well, .org is not, I kinda get it, the website has all the information, all of our meetings, all that. Your personal email, will have all the meetings and everything on it.
So when department heads order new letterhead or anything like that, it should be changed to .gov. HamlinNY.gov.
Surprised you're not on that.
Address.
Right. I'd rather not be.
Well, right, I mean, as far as our website, yes, it needs to be
If you're
.gov.
.org, I can't receive that stuff.
Our website is .gov, yes.
But if everybody had a .gov thing, I can retrieve all my emails from my town hall one. If you're .org, I can't.
Somebody puts in .org, does it automatically go to .gov?
For at least a while.
Yeah, so we gotta start changing everything then on newsletter, like the newsletter just went out, it has the old address. Okay, awesome, good,
Yes, they approved it, so it's done.
okay.
The pictures of the baby.
Oh, I do. Don't you worry.
Okay.
Wait, when was the, I didn't even know.
The 7th, and my grandbaby, or my daughter's my grandbaby. Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
She came home on Saturday. Oh, good, she's a little sore, it was an emergency C-section, so, yeah, but everybody's doing well.
Is it a boy or
Little boy, Preston,
Wow.
yeah.
congratulations?
Thank you, I just like looking at
I can't wait to see it.
All right, I've just been working on the end of the year stuff, trying to get everything done for the end of the year. Getting all the trying to work on the healthcare and everything, because that was all screwed up. Right now, paychecks is that, I don't even know if it's straight now yet. Paychecks screwed everything up. We have a family leave act, they charged everybody, they weren't supposed to charge them because we opted out of it. It's been over 2 weeks now, we've been trying to get it straightened out. They're supposed to have it done, I think by tomorrow. I don't know, it's been 2 weeks of holy, you know what, just trying to get them to straighten it out. All the new stuff, virtually all the new state rules, everything for the first of the year and all that. We did have And we're gonna bring this up at our next meeting, we're gonna vote on this, but we did have the Wiley Road Bridge. All the bids came in, the county is actually looking at them right now to make sure that all the Ts are crossed and Is are dotted and all the, everything's right. Right now, CP Ward came in at the cheapest, at $1,363,296. The highest was Ardozi, never heard of them. That might have, but they came in at $1,499,000. So it looks like we're gonna be with CP Ward, which is a trusted company right here in Rochester and everything. I'm not afraid of them getting it. They did the one, they actually did the bridge down on Redmond Road, didn't they? Yeah, that was CP Ward, so they're used to doing bridges, and this is actually a box culvert. I mean, it's called a bridge, but I call it a box culvert. So I'm not afraid of them doing it, they'll do a fine job. But we'll vote on that in our next meeting also. Discussion. Zoning workshop. We are going to have one this Thursday, like I said, so, and we're going to start talking about it, get information. We gotta start talking about it. So if we gotta get this done, so we're gonna start on it. That's our main, if I can get that done, at least for this one, because we have another thing to do, we have to have another meeting in between that, or before that. A special town board meeting. So we're gonna do that, but at 7 o'clock this Thursday, here in the board. And like I said, but we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna have a special meeting, and we're gonna go to the zoning workshop and discuss solar. If we can get that done, I'm happy for this one. Get this done, unless there's something else.
Finishing solar in one meeting.
Oh, no.
Especially if we're having another meeting.
No, we're gonna have more meetings on it, but we gotta get going on what I'm saying. So if we can get going on it, get started and moving, it's gotta get done, we don't have time, we gotta do it. There's some other stuff we can talk about, probably. Our handbook needs to have a few updates on it. We found a few things that are long, that actually probably cost us a little money, so we gotta update that. So we can talk about that quickly, but I'm not saying to update it or anything, but we gotta talk about it. Any other discussion right now?
Got anything on the generator yet?
No, they haven't given me, well, I heard from them, they're supposed to, I called them again. Yeah, we'll be right back to you and get you a date.
To come fix it?
To come fix it. Yeah. I got a price on it to fix it, I know what they, yeah. Yeah, I'm about ready to go to a different company, but right now we have a contract with them, so. That we've already paid for the contract, so we paid for it, we're not getting out of it. Any other discussion?
Did we, I know we do that transfer for dog control for like $4,000 to the utility, do you know?
I have not found out that yet, no. Maybe we're gonna do like the library did, maybe we're gonna be getting rid of Frontier, we gotta check into stuff like that, maybe I'll talk to Olivia and see who she did, I know what she said, but maybe I'll talk to her and see if maybe we'll switch over to that. We're down there, cause it's through the county, and why, all of a sudden we got that humongous bill.
Do they put in a new meter?
What was it, a Frontier bill?
Oh, that's right, it wasn't the Frontier, yeah, Frontier was high though too, Frontier is high though too, I think it should be, I believe. But no, it was a power bill, that's what, it was a power, maybe it wasn't. We usually get,
You
cause
said
they
it
put,
went back down, right?
it went back down,
Down.
right, but it was like $1,100, it went back down to 200. But they just put one of those new meters on the lodge up here. I don't work with them too, I have not seen the bill for that. But that's one of those new meters they
I
sent.
got the new meter, and it went up $150, which is like double.
Yeah. Something doesn't seem right, back end.
The dogs are opening.
Yes, I'm
Yeah. All right, being no other discussion, requesting town board resolution enters into executive session for matters leading to the appointment, employment, promotion, demotion, discipline, suspension, dismissal, or removal of a particular person or corporation.
All in favor? Opposed?
I'd like to remove it from it.